lesson starts still with some of those traditional things that you would see in a physical classroom. You have some type of opening activity. You have some type of closing activity. You have I do, we do, you do model where if I were the tutor, I would do it. Then the tutor and the student would work together. Then the student would work on it independently. Then it would be a system of checking for understanding along the way and just interacting with the student and having conversation with them, gauging their understanding along the way. Absolutely, there are signs and indicators that parents should be looking for. They should, as they're talking to the child, they should be able to gauge if the child is disinterested. If they're disinterested in the learning process and what's going on, then the parents should go a little bit deeper to try to find out what's taking place with the undercurrents as it relates to learning process within the virtual environment. And we have to understand too that this whole transition, this shift has been major. This is a major shift for children. Yes. So you have to, as a parent, look at making sure that their mental safeguards are being met and that they're protected and that they're just okay. But if a child is disinterested in their learning or the class or the work, that's one indicator. If the child is just withdrawn, if they've withdrawn, then that's another red flag. Mm-hmm. Something else that the parents might want to look at is if they're just not completing their homework. If they are completing their homework for a particular class and not for a certain one, then the parent can zoom in on why aren't you completing homework for that class. If it's all classes, then you should just have an open, comfortable conversation with the child. And it should be a conversation where the child feels that they're not threatened. It should be a non-threatening type conversation where the child feels comfortable opening up to the parent. And then lastly, just another indicator is if the child is just reluctant to do certain tasks. So all of these red flags should lead the parent to want to ask some deeper questions, again, in a non-threatening way, and walking that fine line to make sure that we meet the needs of the children. The role of the parent should be very active, regardless of whatever level your child is on, whether it's cycle 1, 2, or 3. Now, if you're a cycle 1 child, which is grades, well, let's say pre-K to grade 5, then of course the parent might want to be more readily available physically in the child's space as they're going through the online learning, because at that age, they're still developing organizational skills and they need more guidance. So the parent should set aside some time to make him or herself available to assist their child. As the child goes up, then to cycle 2 in high school, cycle 3, then they exhibit more independent type skills and the parents can back away from that. Some other ways parents should be involved is just by helping children with their homework and just checking, regardless of the level, just checking in with them. How are you doing on your homework? What challenges are you having in any particular subjects? And then that's actually helping the parent adjust how he or she can assist their child by connecting to tutors, i.e. on your company platform, Wowonlinetutors, because your platform allows the qualifications of the tutors, reviews, and all of those type things. So that's a really good screening process for parents to use to select the right tutor to connect with their child.